And with the magic YouTube time machine, it is now the next day. I decided after filling this JB Weld that there's no reason to wait any longer than the 24 hours it's been. Maybe I'll regret this, but I think it's probably pretty dang on there. I'm very curious to see how it holds, because just doing those, one magnet by finger, they're extremely strong. But now that it's on here, that might change a little bit. So let's see what she does. Yeah, it's nowhere nearly as crazy as it was, to be honest with you. It's probably fine. Yeah, it'll stay good like that. But with the weight of this and bumps, I don't know. It might possibly let go at some point, but I think I feel pretty good about it, just like that. So we can mount the BCM there. I may add 2 more magnets to it at some point just to make it a little bit more secure, but I'm pretty dang happy with that. Next job was to change the sticker location, so I just heated it up with that hairdryer that I found in that car randomly. And this label used to sit vertically, but I need to cut this off. So in order to make the clearance, I heated it up, peeled it off, relocated it 90 degrees, and we're now ready to mark and cut this box. I took some fancy measurements using calipers and the block panel. So basically what kind of threw me off for a minute is this hole is about 1 inch above, but this hole is about 3/8 above. And you can see it actually sits at an angle on this, and that has to do with where this would normally mount in the engine bay and what the clearances are there. But I need it to be all evenly spaced, and in doing so, you can see I've got a line here, and it falls well below that label, so that's good. But basically, I knew I needed to measure the distance here and match that here, so I did that with this first line. This was an old line before I realized they were offset. And then I did that distance-wise, but because this flares away and this goes up, I basically took a flat line from here using the calipers here, and I kind of scored a couple of marks in it so I could figure out, and then I used a straight edge to build that out. And I confirmed that this was correct by looking at the difference here, adding that measurement there to this measurement, and scoring a couple spots here, and it all lined up good. Same thing on the back. I just measured off the top all the way down and around, and I think it's going to be a pretty nice straight line. And the end result came out pretty good. A little bit of filing, I took the torch to it and kind of melted the edge a little bit just to smoothen it out. I mean, it's not 100% perfect, but it's 99. We're good. And the finished product, now you can ignore the other wires because I haven't obviously cleaned up any harnesses yet. In fact, that one's just not even plugged in. So once it's plugged in and everything's ran back there, these are all your air hoses. This is the controller for the air system, so all that's going to go back. So you're going to end up with just a black box that clearly says there's battery voltage and stuff going on in there. I think it's pretty clean. Looks kind of factory in a way. So pretty happy with that. I think today is a very bad rain day here in the area. I'm going to be probably heading back early today. I've got some business matters to take care of anyway. So I got this thing out of the garage. I've been keeping it in the garage, but it severely needs to be raised back up. It sits too low, and it's really not very drivable. And I don't know, I haven't really gotten under here to look yet to see if these are factory struts with shorter springs, or if maybe they lowered it by doing something with the struts. So I've got to find that out. Just looking at the wheel angle, it's 50-50. They don't seem to really lean in a lot, but they might lean in. Yeah, I do believe they lean in a bit at the top. So I'm hoping, and I think it's just going to be stock struts with springs. So I need to find a set of springs for it. And the rear also, I may keep it a little bit lower than stock, but these cars aren't exactly high off the ground to start with. And I like a car that's drivable. So it's sitting here taking up room. We might as well drive it some. And I'm going to start working on this to get it running. I mean, it actually runs. It needs a battery, and it needs springs. Needs a little bit of tuning work. It's pretty much a stockish LS with headers, nitrous, maybe a couple other goodies like an intake. And I think the cam is probably stock in this one, but we may change that. Never know. Well, I guess I'm going to head out. The rain is already here, but it's getting worse. Right now there's a little break in the action, so I'm going to head on back home.